Hi, this is Jack with Vacationese, and I want to talk to you about something people have been asking about recently, which is how do I get my guests from the airport to the resort? So here's the thing. When we put a package price together for our clients, as do most travel planners, we include the transportation from the airport to the resort and back. Typically, we're not including the flights. So people have said, well, I want to make this trip as inexpensive as possible for my guests. Not a good idea to not include the transportation. Why? Because everybody gets out of the airport and there's all these people at every airport, Cancun, Cabo, Punta Cana, St. Lucia, and Jamaica, screaming at them, taxi, taxi, where are you staying? And they are deceptive, unscrupulous operators of taxis, transfer companies, and everything. We want your clients to know who to look for as soon as they get to the destination and be taken there. Now here's the thing, that in many locations there are no Ubers. So in Cancun there is no more Uber. In Jamaica sometimes they're Uber, sometimes there isn't. So when we put, like most people that specialize in destination weddings, when we put a package, it's going to include transportation with a reputable provider. We want your people to come out of the airport. Maybe there's a sign that says your name and the wedding. Maybe it just has the transfer company name, but we want them to feel secure with some identifiable, legitimate company that is going to get them to the resort. Most of the times, these companies, no matter what country you're in, these drivers will speak English. They'll know who your guests are. They'll have a rooming list, so it is coordinated, and again, your guests feel very comfortable arriving in that resort. Now, there's different ways to deal with transfers. So let me go over the couple options. Typically, what we do is include what is called a shared transfer. That means your guests and other guests going to that hotel may be in the van. Okay? Now again, this is not a shuttle company, this is not a taxi, this is a transfer company that we hire, the hotel hires on your behalf to take your guests. Again, there will be other people in the van. The least expensive way to do this is called a shared multi-stop transfer. That means that your guests may make a stop or two on the way to their hotel, and on the way back from the hotel to the airport they may make another stop. The next opportunity is to do a shared non-stop, and that again, there could be other people in that vehicle, but that vehicle will go right from the airport, and the first stop going to the hotel will be the hotel. So your people, your guests will be the first people off. On the way back, it'll be them stopping at the hotel and going right to the airport. So again, that is the next least expensive option. Now, if you want to do something nice, you can do what is called a private transfer. Typically what the private transfer is, your guests get out at the airport, there may be someone holding a sign for them that says, "Welcome Mr. and Mrs. Smith," and what they will do is be transferred privately, directly from the airport to that hotel and back. That is the most expensive option, and in some cases that could be 2 to 3 times more than the least expensive option. You can do some shared for people, you can do some private for people. When we build a package, we are typically doing a shared multi-stop or a shared non-stop, unless a client says to us, we want private transfers. Now, give you an idea. If you're looking at Cancun, typically a shared multi-stop transfer could be $30 to $40 built into the package. That's per person. Versus if it's a private transfer, that could be $100 per person. It all is based upon how far the hotel is from the airport. But the bottom line is, no matter what destination, whoever you are working with, you want to make sure that that travel partner of yours is including transportation to and from the hotel with a reputable company. You can ask them who the company is. Each destination has several reputable companies that have drivers who will speak English, that will pick up at all times, because sometimes you have guests that are getting in at 6 in the morning, and some of the transfer companies will only work between 8 in the morning and 8 at night. So you want to make sure if you have someone that misses a flight or a flight's late, that they're not going to leave your guests stranded. We also want to make sure they have multiple vehicles, so it's not just one guy with 3 vehicles. It may be the cheapest guy. That's not the solution. And you also want to make sure they have air conditioning as well on their vehicles, because in the summertime it's hot in these destinations. So hopefully that answers some of your questions related to transportation to and from the airport, but again, you want to make sure that it is included when you put together your package for your guests, so that as soon as they come out of the airport, they know what they're doing versus looking bewildered and being attacked by all the vendors there. Thanks again for watching.